Euro-Racecar NASCAR, it's 24 races, 50 drivers and 2 divisions. The elite for the pros and the semi-pros, the open for the young guns and gentlemen. Since 2012, it opens the door to NASCAR in the USA. Hello everybody and welcome to Dijon for the second round of the 2013 Euro-Racecar NASCAR Touring Series. Today we kick off with the first elite race of the weekend, and on pole is Ander Villarino in 1 minute 22.986 seconds from Frédéric Gabillon and Freddie Nordstrom. At the start, the reigning champion Villarino takes the inside and leads the 21-car field. Gabillon in the number 5 blue car is second, just in front of his teammate Nordstrom, and Javier Villa in the number 9 yellow car. After 4 corners, Villarino in his Chevrolet Camaro is still in front, fending off Gabillon and Nordstrom in number 44. Behind, Belgian François Verbist in the number 20 Toyota Camry tries to slip past Guillaume Rousseau in number 13 on the inside, and he gets by in the hairpin. After a few corners, the foursome led by Villarino and Gabillon has already pulled out a few meters over their pursuers. Nordstrom in number 44 leads Villa in his Chevrolet SS. Indian Salish Bolisetti in number 18 goes off into the gravel trap and gets bogged down. On the straight, Jan Zimmer from Switzerland in number 64 passes Verbist's Toyota on the inside. On lap 5, Javier Villa in number 9 starts to push behind Swede Freddie Nordstrom, one of the 11 nationalities in the championship. The Spaniard is nudged off the track, but he keeps his car under control. The battle continues to rage between the two drivers. Villa does everything he can to pass his rival, but he can't find the opening. There's a ding-dong battle going on in the pack between Rousseau, Anthony Gandon, Romain Iannetta and Willy Bucena, the 2009 Euro-Racecar champion. Now we're on board Iannetta's car, who gets past Gandon in number 7. The battle for 7th rages, and Iannetta slices past Rousseau in corner number 4. Bolisetti tries to restart after his spin. Bucena in number 17 is pushing like crazy and attacks Rousseau in his Ford Mustang. The 2009 Euro-Racecar champion can't find an opening, and he makes a small mistake in the Pouas curve. And this costs him 3 places. On lap 10, Villa and Nordstrom collide in corner 3. The Spaniard thinks he can rejoin without problems, but a piece of loose bodywork puts paid to his chances as it triggers the circuit breaker. It's all over for the Scorpus Racing driver. The onboard camera, Iannetta's car. The RDV driver hits mechanical problems, and it's curtains for him. Out comes the safety car. The order is Villarino, Gabillon, Zimmer, Verbist, Nordstrom, Rousseau, Gandon and Garbarino. Lap 16, restart in double file, a 2013 innovation inspired by the NASCAR regs. Behind the leader, Villarino, Gabillon and Zimmer clash, and the latter spins. Positions are Villarino in number 2 in the lead, followed by Gabillon in number 5, Verbist in number 20, and Rousseau in number 13. After 19 laps, Villarino takes the checkered flag from Gabillon and Nordstrom, the first of the juniors, who pipped Verbist on the line. Rousseau, the first challenger, finishes 5th from Gandon, Garbarino and Zimmer. A delighted Villarino celebrates his 3rd win in 3 races.
It's been, as always, a great finish in a European NASCAR Championship, in this European NASCAR Championship. I'm very, very happy. This is my third win of the year, and I have clinched the pole position for tomorrow's race too. So it can be better, and I'm very happy for that. I have to say, really, really thanks to the team. They have given me a number 2 TFT Banco Santander Euro-Racecar NASCAR. Fantastic, terrific car today.
Villarino is on the podium between Gabillon and Nordstrom. Villarino is on pole again for the second elite race on the Dijon circuit this weekend after his fastest lap in race 1. He takes the lead from Gabillon, Villa and Nordstrom. At the start, Gabillon tries to go round the championship leader on the outside, but it doesn't work. He goes too wide and Villarino slips back in front. Behind, Jan Zimmer in number 64 gets hemmed in, and both Iannetta and Verbis shoot past the Swiss. Iannetta in the fluorescent black and yellow car is locked in battle with Verbis yellow Toyota Camry. The order is Villarino, Gabillon, Nordstrom, Villa and Iannetta, who's overtaken by Verbis before the end of the first lap. Lap 2, the Belgian locks up in a big way at the end of the straight. He punts off Javier Villa. The Spaniard has lost a lot of points this weekend. Zimmer, number 64, takes advantage of the situation, passes Verbist and takes 4th place behind Nordstrom. The Euro-Racecar NASCAR drivers don't give an inch, as proved by this later-than-late braking by Busena, who pushes Gandon. Russo in number 13 takes advantage of it to gain a place. Nathalie Maillet in the number 46 Toyota Camry passes Hugues Assour on the inside and moves up the timesheets. She sets off after Joseph Cozella. Lap 11, Zimmer is on Nordstrom's rear bumper and is trying everything to get past. On board with the Gunner Racing by Overdrive driver. The Swede locks up and the Swiss driver hustles through into 3rd place. Lap 18, Nordstrom in number 44 is now under threat from Iannetta in the number 28 Chevrolet, who overtakes Freddy in the tricky Pouas curve. Iannetta goes past the Swede on the inside at the end of the straight and pulls out a few meters. Lap 22, on board Villarino's car in the last corner. The Spaniard scores his 2nd win of the weekend, his 4th since the start of the year. Gabillon finishes 2nd in front of Zimmer, the first junior, who's made a great comeback. Iannetta and Nordstrom complete the top 5.
I have to say thanks to all the team. They've done a fantastic job. We think during the whole weekend we've had the best car, and we have to take profit of it, because I think we will go to other places and we will be maybe in not such a good place, and not such a good position. But I just have to say thanks to the team and Tony, who is the crew chief. He's done they've done a fantastic job. They're the best, and I have to say thanks to all of them.
Villarino leads the championship with 191 points from Zimmer, the first junior, and Nordstrom. Russo leads the challenger classification. There are 2 categories in the Euro-Racecar NASCAR series: the Elite, reserved for professional or semi-professional drivers, and the Open for gentlemen and young guns. The drivers share their car during the weekend, and each one races in his own championship. We try to divide up the drivers depending on their aim in the championship. So when we set up the program for numbers 9 and 18, we put Josh in the open in number 18, as we're going for the title with a driver who's got a safe pair of hands, and also someone who's safe and elite to give him an undamaged car so we can stack the odds in Josh's favour, and that Sailesh, who's just begun in the championship, can learn the ropes step by step. In addition to taking into account the level of the drivers, the human aspect is obviously crucial. We've been very lucky and we've done a lot of work. We have the driver lineup, Zihara and Javier, who get on really well, so that comes out in the professional aspect. Zihara learns a lot from Javier. We've just come out of a team meeting where we talked about the first session. Not all the drivers have run, but the quicker ones like Javier and Nicola have given us their feedback, and that's what we're working on. We all help one another. Even if we're not the quickest, we can contribute something from the human aspect, and from a sporting point of view, we get a return on investment. Jan Zimmer shares number 64 with the quick 16-year-old Italian youngster Gabriele Volpato.
I'm lucky to have Jan in the team because I'm very young and I have to learn the car, learn the tracks and the category. And Jan is a good teacher for me. I'm lucky, very lucky.
As you can see, Gunnar Racing has opted for speed in the number 64 driver lineup.
The Jan setup, I think it's good, but yeah, this car is very difficult for me. Find a good setup because in the past I ran with a very different car, for example, Formula or GT.
Gunnar Racing by Overdrive team often calls on Jan Zimmer to accompany Steven Jaggi and Leonard Vernet.
Well, I try to help them with the 22 over there, because they are at the beginning they are a really gentleman driver. But I mean, Stefan is really a fast driver for what he done before. So not a lot of season. And yeah, I try always to get good tips to show with the car how to set up, how to balance, how to move it, because it's a difficult car to drive. So yeah, but I'm pretty amazed about what they done before.
In number 28, a quick professional driver, Romain Iannetta, backs up Frank Violas, the gentleman driver. It's all new for me. I'm a self-taught driver. I've been racing for 6 years, but up till now I've never had somebody who could show me what to do. So it's interesting at that level. It also helps the team a lot, as Roman has considerable experience with big teams, so he teaches us many things. We're developing that too, as I'm driver and team manager, and it helps me in both areas. My job is teaching driving for a school, so from a pedagogical point of view, I know how to find the right words to help him understand things, so that afterwards he can try them out. The Racing Club Partners team has made a different choice by entering 2 talented gentleman drivers. Christophe has 2 years driving experience, so he's still learning. I work like everybody else and it takes up a lot of time. I'm not at professional level, even though I won many races in the past. I'd have preferred to be in the open category. In any case, we're here to enjoy ourselves. She shares all her experience with me, and thanks to her, I'm making enormous progress. After that look behind the scenes of the Euro-Racecar NASCAR series, it's back to racing with the open category. On pole is Anthony Gandon in 1 minute 23.952 seconds from Julien Goupy, Guillaume Rousseau and the championship leader Josh Burdon. At the start, Goupy goes round Gandon on the outside in the Sablier S's. They tag each other and Goupy's white number 44 is slightly damaged, handicapping the young Frenchman throughout the race. Verbest almost loses the rear end but manages to control it. He's immediately under threat from Enzo Pastor from the Philippines. On lap 1, Goupy leads from Gandon, Rousseau and Burdon. Verbest in the yellow number 20 hustles past Gonneau on the inside to snatch 7th place. In this shot, you can see the piece of bodywork that's upsetting the car's handling. The 20-year-old Frenchman misses his braking point and lets Gandon in number 7 past. Guillaume Rousseau goes wide in corner number 3 and lets Burden through. Pastor, who's had 2 punctures at the rear, has to pit. Jacques Godin and Jérôme Laurent are locked in battle for victory in the Legend Trophy. On lap 3, the 3 leaders, Gandon, Goupy and Burden, are at it hammer and tongs with Rousseau in number 13 in hot pursuit. Aussie Josh Burden goes past Goupy on the inside in the hairpin to take second place. In the same spot, Laurent in number 55 gets back in front of Godin, who's also overtaken by Zihara Esteban. On lap 6, Laurent pulls off a brilliant pass on the inside to overtake Cozella and Maillet at the end of the straight. The battle for the lead in the gentlemen's classification is between Quintal in number 2 and Spaniard Villarreal in the green number 19, turns to the advantage of the latter. Lap 10, up front, Burden is all over Gandon, but the Australian isn't able to find a way past as the Frenchman keeps hugging the inside line. Goupy, the early leader of the race, goes into the gravel trap, losing precious time. There's a great scrap for first place going on between Gandon and Burden, with Rousseau and Goupy waiting in ambush. The leaders have already caught Gabaron and Baudinière. Burden monsters Gandon in corner 1, but he still can't find a way past. Rousseau in number 13 is heading for his second top 3 finish of the year. Lap 13, Volpato and Pastor have a coming together in the Sablier S's, but the Philippine manages to rejoin. Didier Beck in number 8 is having a good first outing in the Euro-Racecar series. The Frenchman is in the top 10. He is overtaken by Eric Cantal, second in the gentlemen's classification. Anthony Gandon holds off Josh Burden in the first open race of the weekend and scores his first victory in the category. Rousseau, Goupy, Verbist and Gonneau round out the top 6. Gandon is over the moon. The TFT driver from Bayonne is congratulated by his mechanics and his rival Burden.
Très bon travail du team. C'est grâce à eux.
The team did a really great job, and it's thanks to them that I'm here today. I did everything I could to stay in front. Josh is really quick, and I think that if I'd made the slightest mistake, he'd have won. But I held on. I'm totally exhausted, and I'm very happy for my team and for everybody. Victory for Gandon on the topmost step of the podium. This weekend, second open race in Burgundy with Gandon on pole after setting the fastest lap in race 1. The Frenchman hits the front from Burden, Goupy and Verbist. Guillaume Rousseau, who should have started from third on the grid, is unable to get away. Right away, Burden takes the lead from Gandon, who errs on the cautious side in the first corner. Behind, Verbist in his Toyota snatches third from Goupy. It's the last race of the weekend and the drivers aren't pushing as hard, and there are no incidents on the first lap. At the end of lap 1, the order is Burden, Gandon, Verbist, Goupy and Gonneau. Before the Pouas curve, which controls the pit straight, the Australian has already pulled out a few cars' lengths over Gandon and Verbist. Goupy on the outside tries to snatch third place from Verbist. The cars touch. In turn 3, he goes too wide, losing 2 places. Lap 3, Pastor goes off in the first corner and his car stops in a dangerous position. Out comes the safety car, reducing Burden's lead to 0. Lap 6, restart again in double file with Burden on the inside line alongside Gandon. Burden protects his position and Verbist in number 20 grabs second place from Gandon. Gandon is now under threat from Gonneau in number 15. Just before the hairpin, the first 5 are Burden, Verbist, Gandon, Gonneau and Volpato. But look at this. The 16-year-old Italian slips past his teammate on the inside and goes into 4th place in number 64. Lap 10, Nicola Rocco has made a stunning comeback up through the field, and for once the Italian replaces his teammate in this open race. He started last and he's already up into 6th place behind Julien Goupy. Lap 12, Eric Cantal is pursued by Swiss Léonard Vernet, Joachim Gaberon, Jérôme Laurent and Enzo Pastor, who's got going again after his spin. Pastor passes Laurent in corner 6. Gaberon in the blue car number 50 closes in on Vernet as they come onto the pit straight. And they collide at the end of it. No worries for Vernet, who gets away with it. And we're on the last lap. Burden still leads in number 18, followed by Verbist in number 20, but there's a scrap going on for 3rd, and Gabriele Volpato roars past Gandon in the hairpin. Number 64 takes 3rd place, giving the Italian youngster a podium finish. Burden scores his 3rd victory in 4 races, consolidating his lead in the overall classification. The Australian takes the flag in 1st place from Verbist, Volpato, Gandon, Goupy and Rocca after his heroic fight back.
Yeah, it's good. Yesterday I didn't like being on the 2nd step, so today I was determined overnight, made a few more setup changes and I just was going all out for it, and it paid off in the end. It's a good result. Extend the championship lead more. I'm happy.
In the championship, Burden leads Goupy and Gandon. Gaberon leads the gentleman's classification and Laurent is in 1st place in the Legends. See you at Brands Hatch.